Hello everyone, we're back again with another unboxing slash review. Today we've got Rider Medusa from Fate's Stay Night, and Fate Hollow Atraxia, and Fate Grand Order, and basically everything because she's all over the place. This is, of course, the Fate Stay Night version. This is, I think, her first ascension. Well, technically it's just a first because, it's got the mask and the outfit is the same as the first. It changes later on, I believe, through the ascensions. I do actually have Medusa in the game, which is cool. I don't really use her all that much. She's in my support list, but I have a couple of better servants, so I tend to use them. Mostly Ku, because Ku is the best and has saved me through everything that has ever happened. So let's get into this box. This video, of course, is also coming to you thanks to Elizabeth's request. So we're going to be checking her out first, and then we've got another request coming up on Wednesday. And if you want to get in before, after that, let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, let's check out these instructions. So also, I'm trying to film a bit closer to show off a bit more detail. Someone also requested I do that from now on. Very nice, as expected. Hold on, I think, yep, I missed the arrow pointing behind the box. There we go. Let's pull this out. We don't need to be super gentle. I don't mind if the back of the box is kind of destroyed. There really is no good way to do that. Maybe if they tape it onto the inside of the box, it might work out a bit better. But the back of this cardboard is kind of flimsy. Alright, down you go. Alright, This is actually the first thing I bought from Nendoroid, so this is my first experience with them. So hopefully it'll be good and everything will be alright. So let's see, we have the magic circle. Honestly, I don't remember what the deal is. I watched Prisma Elia recently, and she used it in that. I don't really remember her using it in Stay Night, but then again, I watched Stay Night like years and years ago. So, I mean, it's probably there. I probably just don't remember it. Let's see. Oh boy. All the things jumping up. Okay, what do we have here? So we have the usual neck piece, the arm piece, and then we've got an extra base bit over there for the magic circle, I would assume. And okay, I don't know how well it comes out, but just over there is like, there we go, you can sort of see it. Over there is the bit you put in. It's nothing too crazy. Alright, I'll show that off in a little bit. Alright, let's get all the plastic off. Oh, for the most part it's already off. What the heck is this? What is this? Oh, does this... I think it goes on top like that. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is... It's like secondhand, but by the looks of it, someone's tried to put everything back together. Oh, I've ripped her legs out. Back together that it looks new, which is like, hey, thanks for that, person. Let's get you back in there. Okay. Back on we go. And there she is. Very nice. Of course, she's got her sharp eyes, mystic eyes, that of course petrify enemies, as Medusa does, as well as that little snake tattoo on her forehead. Very cool, very cool. Her hair looks pretty standard as well. Nothing too fancy. Although I do like the design of her outfit. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, like that, I guess? I don't know, I'll figure it out later. But then, of course, here we have her mask, which is a bit more iconic. We've seen her use that more often in the shows rather than without it. here we have... so they're wrapped up as well. So here we have her weapons. I don't even know what you'd call these, like a chain whip sort of a thing. It does actually have a chain if you saw the pictures on the box, but it is sealed up. So I will open that up and put her in a pose in just a little bit. Very neat. Okay. Then we have the usual shouting face expression that comes with anything with a weapon, of course. And in here we have a couple of extra arms and legs and whatnot, which is pretty nice. It does seem like it's going to be a fairly simple Nendoroid by the looks of her so far, but no big deal. But let's get into some poses. Alright, here is our first pose for Medusa. She's just kind of got her hand on her hip, and the other hand is just to the side, and she's at an angle. You know how I love me my angles. So it's pretty simple. It's kind of one of her poses. All her poses are pretty easy to do from what I've seen so far and how the parts work. It's just getting the angles kind of right, and thankfully nothing is falling apart. One thing to note is her legs do have, let's see if I can zoom in here. So if you can see, this kind of like a ridge, specifically over there. But the way her legs work, if you push too far, it does pop up, which isn't too big of a deal. It's much easier than trying to pose Scarhawk, who's dropping gay bulg all over the place. So thanks for being easy, Medusa. Also, a bit of lore. If you didn't know, Medusa has 3 sisters, the Gorgon sisters, which are Steno and Uriel, who are actually, surprisingly, her older sisters, despite looking younger, which is pretty cool. I watched a lore video, Otaku Daikun's video, and he goes into detail how her younger sisters have eternal youth, but she doesn't. So they look a lot younger even though they are older, but she takes it upon herself to, just protect the 2 of them because they're a bit more defenseless. I won't go into too much details because some stuff does happen to Medusa, which you get to see later on in the game, I believe. I'm not up to that point, but from what I've heard, there's some stuff that happens with her, which is pretty exciting. So hey, if you're into Medusa, look forward to some Medusa-related plot stuff eventually. And if you don't care on waiting that long, go check out Otaku Daikun's lore video. But anyway, let us move on to the next pose. Alright, so here is our next pose here. This is her activating her magic circle, so she kind of leans forward like that. Let's see if I can get a focus with one hand. There we go. There was a bit of plastic behind this magic circle, so I peeled that off and it looks a lot nicer now. In the right light you can't really see that it's plastic, which I think is kind of nice. But anyway, you would kind of pose it like this, her kind of going at an angle. She does kind of spend a lot of her time sort of bent over, kind of like she's on all fours, because she does a lot of dashing, which I really wish was a pose, but it's not. So this is probably the closest thing to it. Maybe you could put her legs like that and have a dash like that. But I feel like there should be like one where she's just completely bent forward and leaning forward. But I guess because of the hair, they'd probably need to make another like hair piece that kind of bends and then goes like that to accommodate for her bending forward but still looking straight. But here is the magic circle and Medusa, which is kind of neat. I think I might use this magic circle as a backdrop for the final pose, which speaking of, let us get into. Alright, here is our final pose for Medusa. Forgive me, but the chains are kind of hanging low. They don't really fit on the base completely like the picture has it. I think it's kind of meant to be more freestanding. But the chains are metal. It's of course got the circles at the end here. Now that I've looked at it, I'm kind of thinking they're reins for like her Pegasus that she rides, hence her being a rider. Let's attempt to put her down. Okay. There we go. Let's just... there we go. Chains. And there we have it. That is Medusa. Let's zoom in a bit more. Oh, that's too much. But basically, Hamas slots on the hair bit, just like Rin's glasses that we did a while back. Hold on, this ain't straight. There we go. That's a bit better. But yeah, so the mask kind of goes on the inside. One thing which is kind of interesting is the mask is transparent on the inside, which I don't know if it's trying to say like, oh yeah, she can see from the inside, but I thought it was a cool little detail. The chain's pretty cool. They're metal, of course. They are either a little too long or a little too short to do the things I want to do. But when I end up placing her down, I'll probably figure something out. But all in all, she looks pretty faithful to Medusa's self in Fate Stay Night, which is great. I really like it. So let's see score-wise. She's breezed pose. No points taken off for that. She is a little simple. There isn't too much going on with her poses and all of that. It's all kind of same-ish feeling. And there's only 2 faceplates, unlike most of the others, which come with 3, which is a bit of a shame. So I'll take off 1 point for that. What else do we have to take off? The legs. The legs are very frustrating. I don't know why they designed them like that. So I'm going to take off another point for that. As well as just kind of the overall quality of all the parts aren't fantastic compared to some of the newer things. Like the way they've molded, particularly some of the arm bits, just some of them just look a bit weird and don't quite feel right, if that makes any sense. So I'll take off another point for that. But all in all, she gets a 7 out of 10, which I still think is pretty good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe for more Nendoroid content, and don't forget to check out that Jean video if you've got anything you want to see in the future. All the Nendoroids I had at the end of that video, so you can check out what's there and request anything in whatever order you want. But that's going to do it for this one. I will see you in the next one. Alright, bye!